So let's save my key. And let's bring back an old favorite. Well, not a favorite, but an old. Let's basically bring back Raphael. Because I normally would have Leonardo. Well, I have base meshes for the platform. But that was in a old hard drive. How am I looking? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Raphael, ZBrush. Wait for this to load. Now, recently I have posted Leonardo Raphael. Raphael on its own, his promotional image, was quite difficult to come up with. I kind of really brought myself down, thinking, oh, none of my ideas seems to be working, right? But I just stuck with it, because eventually it came out alright. I wouldn't say it was the best. I did a piece later on with him and Leonardo together, and honestly, that looked 10 times better. And I was like thinking, oh my god, I just did all that work, and this simple process looks 10 times better. I could have went with it, but can I actually do this? But yeah, what I want to do is grab this platform, which I've used for Leonardo and Raphael, and implement Michelangelo's footprints onto it. Now I'm trying to figure out how I can get rid of this indentation, because when I print this, you can put Raphael onto this platform by himself without any glue, and he would stand. And I kind of want to do the same thing with Michael, but I need to get rid of this indentation. So for now, I'm going to save this platform as its own separate tool. Platform. Platform. Put it in my base folder. This was saved successfully. But yeah, this is Raphael. I haven't showed you the full model in action. But he's, like I said, has less elements than Michelangelo. But his overall body is much larger, spikier. His bandana's rougher, and his gloves are different. He has pouches as well. Not as many as Leonardo. I think Leonardo has all 6, but I only chose 5. Well, yeah, 5 for Raphael. And then his thigh is his feature. Yeah. But anyway, let's open a new project. And then load up the platform. Let's see if I can slice. Oh. See, this is what I mean about the history. Despite like I did like so much work, all the history is not there. So you can't actually go back. Once it's final as a subtool or saved as a subtool, it will be final, kind of. Okay. So how I made this originally, let's actually put this back in the middle. Yeah, so it spins nicely. Was I beveled, I had to circle this, beveled, and extruded, and did all these stuff to it. Because it's supposed to be like a drain lid slash pizza looking type of thing. Or manholes as they call it. Can I just slice it? Oh. Now this is not ideal. This is why I made base meshes to just copy and paste basically. Saves time from making all this stuff again. This and this. Make this small. Put it somewhere else. I might have to make Mikey a brand new one. This one seems too much unnecessary work. Just trying to recover. In most cases, it's actually quicker just to start again, rather than trying to fix an old piece. Take Ethelwolf for example, one of my first characters. I've actually redone him almost 4 times. Once in university where I designed him originally. That was a good old 10 years ago. During that time, I gave it to my lecturer, and he said, "You gotta do this again. Your model is completely trash." Obviously, he didn't say it as harshly, but that's basically the gist of what he was getting at. And obviously, being very young and I wouldn't say naive, well, impressionable student, I was like, okay. Not knowing how difficult doing a year's worth of model again within 3 weeks of the deadline. So I like sliced and cut all these parts that I needed from Ethelwolf. Just to resemble something close to what I originally wanted him to look like. Then handed that in, you know, got standard marks, nothing too great. Not something I was proud of, in all honesty. But that kind of like started this chain of creating artwork. That 3 weeks of pure rush, just getting the model done, was very, very enlightening of what I wanted to do in the future. Because I did not know what I wanted to do for my career. I had no idea what I wanted to do for my career, and I just went into computer games design over at Teesside University. Because I like games. Oh yeah, I could do this, right? And try it out, see if it works. Got kind of lucky, and found a career that I could possibly see myself doing. Obviously, granted, I only had one experience at university, right? It's not like I went to 5 different universities and had an option of, oh, maybe no, I don't want to do this. But I got kind of lucky and just instantly knew this is something I could see myself doing. Man, I'm really struggling with this. So ZModeller, like I said before, is a great tool for hard surface objects. But it takes a while. If you don't use it regularly, it takes a while to remember, for me anyway. It takes a while for me to remember how everything works. I mean, that's okay. But well, this method is not working. So let's not use a sphere, because it has too many polys for me to work with. Oh, let's do this instead. Use a classic cylinder. Now, I want it to be not extremely smooth. Do 100. And then this can go, because I don't need the air. And this is going to be, okay. Now this is a bit easier because it's less geometry for me to mess up. So I'm gonna do it this way. Alright, yeah, because it's not a mesh yet. I was like, why is it not letting me select? But now it's mesh. Yeah, make it into a poly mesh. So it will go into its own subtool, and you can put it back into your own scene. So let's get rid of this. Don't need this no more. View. Get rid of you, and then import into your scene. Obviously, you can just keep it by itself and edit it, and once you're done, put it into the scene. That way, it's a bit better on your resource for your machine to handle, because it doesn't have to render all the other parts as well. Alright, so let's get slicing. Polyloop. Don't just insert. So the great thing with ZModeller, it does add poly groups. I'm trying to find that one. Hmm. Hmm. Extreme. Okay, so second. I might have to just do this. Well, I wanted to do a fancy way. Very quick, but clearly I don't know what I'm doing. Doing it this way. So do 20, get rid of 17, yeah. Very low res. Into poly group. The size I want. Do I have the platform size compare? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Delete. Okay. Just slice almost. Okay. We found the extrude. So this is going to be the ring of the manhole. Then I want to insert a bit more here, here. Okay. Now there is this tool for symmetry, right? Face it the right way, right? You have the x-axis, but there is also this radial count. For symmetry. So you put it on Y, and it will select polys, because it's like a perfect radio, it will select. I don't want 8. Really? It doesn't want odd numbers? Silly machine. I want a single poly, man. And I basically just did this all around. It's not pretty, not fancy. Even it didn't like 6. Alright, because I need to. Poly loop. Is it because it's selecting? Yes, that works. Okay. And what I generally did was just divide, right? Like this. And I got my shapes. But because of how subdivision works, it kind of smooths out everything. So you have to insert these crease lines. And there is a way for ZBrush to do it manually, or as you're going along. I find this just a little bit easier. Bit tedious. It works when it wants to. Now when you divide, you have a sharper line because of those crease lines. There's certain points where you have to add it for that to work. The closer to the edge, the sharper your edge will be when you subdivide. Close. I think there is like an edge crease. There you go, crease, right? Then you just mix it. But maybe I can do this for. No, it's non-symmetrical. Is it because the disc itself is not? Yeah, probably is. So, just a good old slice. Oop. Wire's in the way. I'm just gonna slice, or clip. Take it off. What I want, slice. Go. Gorgeous. Nice. Straight line. Or the geometry. Now if I did this uniformly, problem. Because I'm doing this as a backwards method. it's creating these extra lines. Okay. I don't want to do crease, but to insert. No, I honestly like that. About where everything. Slowly. Well, there is this tool, right? So, dynamic. And add areas where you would think, okay, this definitely needs line. Increase sharpness. Add in those lines, or those crease lines. Get a much sharper. This is like almost back in the day method of how I would do stuff like not great, pretty. Are you not satisfied, ZBrush? This is very, very ugly. Like, you would never have this in a real, like, low-res game engine, for example, right? You just never see this. This is like, this is blasphemy. Yeah. You do it very... the problem right now, right? These edges here would never curve. These is fine. This is fine. But the curves out here would never move. So, cheat again. Like, you in the right mind would say, hey, this is the best way to make a manhole cover. You know, spend extra 20 minutes doing a method that is unnecessary, very messy, and you can do it the proper way. Unfortunately, I don't know. I can't figure out the proper way right now. I don't really have the patience to learn something like this. Okay, I take that back. I don't want to do it. That's what it just boils down to. Okay. So now we just bridge this. Yeah. Like why? I mean, you can do the whole edge. Now there's geometry side. Careful. And now we have a ring. And then we do the classic mirror and weld. Work. Alright, let's just bridge these two. Wow. Figure out to do. Okay. Something like that. So up. I am skipping a part. In silent for my end. Oh my god. Okay, I can't think. Why is it doing that? It's like this ring is flipped. Oh, because it is flipped. Oh. Trying to see if there's like a flip function. I mean, there's this. Not exactly why. I can't seem to understand what it's rendering. This is what I get for cheating. Why don't you like it? The problem is right now, even though I can just use this ring, once it connects by Dynamesh, it's gonna create some horrible art. Like if I merge down, right? Alright, so it's one mesh. But then I just Dynamesh and it's like, oh my god, why is there so many intersecting mesh? this, right? Like, it just deleted everything. See, you spent half an hour doing something that go backward, and clearly there is much faster method. But I just remembered my logo was okay. Let's test this out, see if it would actually look good. Platform test. Tests I always put in my files just to know that this mesh is very specific for whatever task I need. And it's not exactly the final one. But bear in mind, from last video to this video, it is the same day. So I am slowly getting more tired. I do apologize. Oh my god, how small it is. Oh no. How thick and chunky it is. The one is not in the center. All that detail I did on this shoe, or the bottom of the shoe, would definitely help place Michael onto the floor better. Alright, let's save that. That seems to work. And I kinda wanna get excuse me. Raphael and do a size comparison. So do I have one of him already? No. I admit people have their fast methods of procedure. I've still not found mine. There's not like a set of tick boxes I do. I just slowly, meticulously, painfully. Actually, I would actually have Leonardo. Actually, the old platform. Hope I did. So you know I'm getting tired. General. Interesting. You will let me know. Battery low. Okay, so it's visible. Go. It's on. Then I can append. Oh, it's tiny. Tiny compared to. I don't know. Got 13 million on. Look at that comparison, right? In terms of platform. This is a no-no. This is not happening like that. Because I have to remember that when I print it, platforms do have to be roughly the similar size. I want to have one extremely large and extremely different from each other. To that extreme, anyway. My key actually a bit. Don't they look great together? We put perspective on, and it gets even more. Look at that. Yeah. See, this is one of those joys where you like kind of put your things together. It was like, oh, look at that. So many cool shots. One shot. Another one, right? Okay. So, I'm gonna save it here, pause, and rest up for the day. Because I am actually done. Yeah. So, take care, guys. Have a good evening. Catch you in a bit. Bye-bye.